Caution! Before watching this video, you must understand that this is not your average run-of-the-mill review reaction video. Unlike the majority of those lazy twats, I actually try to put in some research, some editing, actual effort into my videos. Imagine that. But if all you want to see is some dipshit sat in their room watching a computer doing fuck all effort, then fuck off. You won't be missed. With that being said, let's take a look at the song. / video / meaning. If I actually manage to make any sense of it whatsoever, that is. There is a high possibility that I've bigged up my talent way too much. So, this is the second single to be released from the upcoming self-titled Rammstein album. Of course, and don't do the rolling R's, you just sound like one of those pompous twats. Which will be released May 17th of this year, and I will be doing a full review of that album as soon as it drops. And don't say drops either, you just sound like a hipster prick, even though you do look like one. This is the follow-up to the highly controversial Deutschland single, which I've already done a video for, and it's fair to say that I missed a lot of things in that review, and got some things wrong. So, you know, you can only try. The video for this was actually premiered yesterday, 25th of April 2019, and it was projected onto a wall in Berlin, kind of like a Berlin Wall. Ugh. I think it was supposed to be somewhat symbolic of the band returning to the roots of whence they came 25 years ago. The band has been together 25 years, crazy. And I think it was actually premiered simultaneously in 2 other locations. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head now. Should have written that down, but I didn't. So, let's get into the video itself. Now, the entire video is done in black and white, has that very noir type feel to it, and the band are dressed up in what looks like 1920s kind of era regalia, and they're performing in a theatre. And interspersed with the band's performance are images of what looks like a fascist military, perhaps a reflection of the SS, marching towards the theatre that our heroic band are performing in. A lot of the imagery of the city's citizens are women, mothers, nuns, factory workers, and housewives, all of whom are enraptured by the radio. And they get more and more uninhibited as the video progresses. The video ends with our fascistic, is that a word? SS-style police raiding the theatre and going to kick the shit, quite frankly, out of the band. But wait, what's this? For as they swing their truncheons, sounded odd, it turns out that the band are in fact holograms. And after this crazy reveal, even the authority figures join in on the frivolity. Took a few goes to say that one. Now, lyrically speaking, I'm speaking lyrically that is, at the time when the band were growing up, there was obviously the divide between East and West with the Berlin Wall, and much music was forbidden, verboten. Don't try and do the German, you're no good at it. That's true, so I think I'll do the translated version. We were not allowed to belong, see, talk, or hear nothing. But every night for an hour or two, I am gone from this world. Every night a bit happy. My ear very close to the world receiver. Now I got this translation from genius.com, and I have actually seen a few different translations. I think somebody put it down as it's not world transceiver, it's actually shortwave transceiver. I've seen a couple of others, but I'm going to go with the genius.com one for now because it's all I've written down. World receiver, fuck's sake. It wasn't transceiver, it was receiver, world receiver. This actually makes a lot of sense because it's in reference to the fact that the band and everyone else from that time would have been able to tune in to radio signals and radio stations from all across the world to listen to the verboten music, not the German. And this exposure to that outside music and indeed culture would of course have a huge effect on the band. And I'm sure they're countrymen and women. Radio, my radio. I let myself suck into the ether. My ears become eyes. Radio, my radio. So I hear what I do not see. Silence secretly wanderlust. Now, musically speaking, the song actually reminds me very much of something that could have appeared on their incredible Riser album. There's a strong electronic component going right through the song, courtesy of Flake, of course. To be fair, there's often a strong electronic component going through their music. They are industrial after all. But yes, that peppers the song, along with a hugely infectious, catchy and chuggalicious riff that is quite frankly catchy as hell. I really enjoyed the bridge section of this song as well. It's kind of slowed down, had this slower, dirgier feel to it, and a touch of orchestral thanks to the keyboards, which really helped to build up the dynamics. Really enjoyed this one. And Till Lindemann sounds awesome as always. Every night I secretly climbed on the back of the music, put the ears to the wings, sing quietly into the hands. Every night and again I fly, just away with the music. Float through bright rooms, no borders, no fences. I don't know why I kept switching hands there, did my head in a bit. I have to be honest, when I first heard the song, I wasn't initially that taken with it. I actually found it a little dull. But upon repeated listens, and I've listened to it a lot today, I really have, and watched the video, it's awesome. It's really great. It's really drilled itself into my head. It's catchy as hell. I've heard a lot of people saying that it's actually, ironically enough, quite radio friendly. And I suppose, just looking at the song, in a way it is. Lyrically, it's dealing with looking back at being young and when you're first getting excited by music. Of course, in the context of the band, it's got an even deeper meaning with finding that forbidden music. The video, on the other hand, is a little more controversial, as is often the way with Rammstein, and you wouldn't expect anything less, would you? But the main thing is, it has yet again, like Deutschland, left me wanting for the album. It's been 10 years since Liebe ist für alle da was released, and I think all of us have just been waiting for the next Rammstein album. And for me, they've never made a bad album. I love everything they've done, and both singles that I've heard from this so far have been absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it, I'm loving the videos, I'm loving the buzz around this band again. I cannot wait to hear the album. Of course, last week we had the teasers from all 11 tracks, which are going to be on the album, and the riffs sound great. And I can say with all certainty that as soon as that album is released, as soon as I get to hear it, I'm going to do a full review on this channel, so make sure that you check that out. And I'll also be putting the written review of it on my website as well, freetobewhoibe.com. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, because it really does help the video. It really helps them to be seen. If you've got a comment, let me know what you think. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. If you've been inspired to subscribe yourself, then why not share with somebody else? Share the goodness that is me. Ugh. I will be back with other videos this week. I'm not promising what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to do what I do from now on. It's also starting to rain now in my fair Isle of Englandshire, so I think it's time for me to go. Till next time.